Hello friends, welcome back to a new video of I Square. We were discussing the chapter complex numbers, and in the previous class we have learned what is a complex number, what are the properties of a complex number, what are the operations regarding the complex numbers. And in today's class we are beginning with a new concept, that is modulus and conjugate of a complex number. There are two other complex numbers associated with a complex number, that are the modulus and conjugate. First of all, let's have a look at what is conjugate of a complex number. Let Z be a complex number which is of the form A plus IB. Then Z conjugate can be represented like this: Z bar. Putting a bar upon Z will be read as Z conjugate, and which is always another complex number which is of the form A minus IB. Let's look into an example. Let Z1 is equal to 3 plus 4i. Then what will be the conjugate of Z1? Then Z1 conjugate will be, simply replace the positive sign by negative sign, that is 3 minus 4i. Let another example be Z2 is equal to 3 minus 2i. What will be its conjugate? Then Z2 conjugate will be simply 3 plus 2i. Always change the sign of the imaginary part. Now another example is, let Z3 is equal to minus 2i minus 3. What will be the conjugate of this complex number? For that we will first write it into the general form, that is the real part should be written first, that is minus 3 is the real part and minus 2i is the imaginary part. So this is the complex number we are given with. Now we want to find its conjugate. For finding the conjugate of this particular complex number, we have to change the sign of the imaginary part. We have minus 2 here as the imaginary part. So the conjugate will be minus 3 plus 2i. Hope it is clear what is the conjugate of a complex number and how can we find the conjugate of a complex number. Now let's have a look at what is the modulus of a complex number. As considered before, let Z is equal to A plus IB be any complex number. Then Z modulus of Z can be represented like this: mod Z. It is read as modulus of Z or mod Z. Its modulus is simply square root of sum of squares of its real and imaginary parts. Square root of sum of squares of its real and imaginary part. Real part, the square of real part is a square, because here we have the real part a and the square is a square. Again imaginary part is b, its square is b square, and we have added them and taken the square root of the sum. So modulus of any complex number is square root of sum of its real part and imaginary part. So let's do an example. Let Z1 is equal to 2 minus 3i. This is a complex number of the form A plus IB. And how will we find the modulus of this number? It is the square root of sum of squares of real and imaginary part. Square of real part is 2 square plus square of imaginary part, that is minus 3 square. So let's simplify this. 2 square is 4 plus minus 3 square is 9, and square root of 4 plus 9 is square root of 9 plus 4 is 13, and the modulus of this particular complex number is square root of 13. Now hope it is clear for you what is the conjugate of a complex number and what is the modulus of a complex number. There is a relationship between the conjugate and modulus of a complex number. Let's have a look at that. We know that the multiplicative inverse of a complex number can be represented as Z inverse, and for any complex number Z is equal to A plus IB, Z inverse, its multiplicative inverse will be always 1 by A plus IB. And for dividing two complex numbers, we always multiply the numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. Always do this, always multiply the numerator and denominator with the conjugate of denominator. What is the conjugate of denominator here? That is the conjugate of A plus IB. We know that the conjugate of A plus IB is A minus IB. Yeah. And we are going to multiply it on both numerator and denominator. Now we have A minus IB. 1 into A minus IB is simply A minus IB divided by A plus IB into A minus IB, which is of the form x plus y into x minus y, which is x square minus y square. Okay, that is A square minus IB square. What is IB square? IB into IB, which means I square into B square. I square is minus 1. Minus 1 into B square means it is minus B square. So we have in the denominator A minus IB divided by A square minus B square. IB square is minus B square. Minus B square will become plus B square. So we know that if Z is a complex number of the form A plus IB, A minus IB is its conjugate. That is Z conjugate. And we know that A square plus B square is mod Z square, because mod Z is simply square root of A square plus B square. So if we square the modulus, we will get the square root will go away and it will become A square plus B square. So in denominator we have mod Z by conjugate of Z by mod Z square, because A square plus B square is simply the square of modulus. So we got Z inverse is equal to mod Z divided by conjugate of Z divided by mod Z square. Taking Z inverse to this side, we will get it like this, which implies mod Z square is equal to Z into Z conjugate. So this is the relationship between modulus and conjugate of a complex number. What is the relationship? Mod Z square is equal to Z into Z conjugate. So this is an important result, and we will use this result to solve many problems from this chapter. So hope it is clear that what is the conjugate of a complex number and what is the modulus of a complex number, and using those two concepts we have found out what is the relationship between modulus and conjugate of a complex number. Now let's solve some examples. Now we have a question with us. Find the multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3i. We are given as Z is equal to 2 minus 3i, and we want to find Z inverse, that is the multiplicative inverse of Z. We know that Z inverse is simply 1 by Z, which means 1 by 2 minus 3i. When we have a complex number in the denominator, we usually multiply the numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. What is the conjugate of 2 minus 3i? It will be 2 plus 3i. So we will multiply both the numerator and denominator with 2 plus 3i. So it will become 2 plus 3i divided by 2 minus 3i into 2 plus 3i. So this is of the form A plus B into A minus B, which is A square minus B square. That is 2 square minus 3i square. Now what is 3i square? 3i into 3i, which means 3 square into I square. 3 square is 9 and I square is minus 1, which means it is minus 9. So 3i into 3i. 3i square is minus 9. So it will become like this. 2 plus 3i divided by 2 square is 4 minus 3i square is minus 9. Now 2 plus 3i divided by 4 minus 9 is 4 plus 9, which is 13. So the inverse of 2 minus 3i is 2 plus 3i divided by 13. And it can be written in a plus ib form like this. That is 2 by 13 plus 3 by 13 into I. This is of the form a plus ib. So that's the end of this question. Now let's do another question. Now we have two questions here. We have two complex numbers and we have to express these two numbers into the form a plus ib. Let's start with this question, and we have a complex number in the denominator. So we will first multiply the numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. 1 minus root 2i is the denominator here. So first of all, we will multiply with its conjugate. Its conjugate is simply 1 plus root 2i, and we will multiply the numerator and denominator with that number. Now 5 plus root 2i into 1 plus root 2i is the numerator. So first of all, we want to multiply those complex numbers. How will we multiply that? 5 into 1, it is 5. 5 into root 2i, it is plus 5 root 2i. Now root 2i into 1, it is plus root 2i. Again root 2i into root 2i. Just simplify that. Root 2i into root 2i, which means root 2 square into I square. Root 2 square is 2 into I square is minus 1, so it will become minus 2. So root 2i into root 2i is simply minus 2. So we will substitute minus 2 here. So divided by, denominator is of the form a plus ib into a minus ib. So it is a square minus b square, that is 1 square minus root 2i the whole square. And we have found that root 2i the whole square is simply minus 2. We will substitute that later. Now adding up the real parts, that is 5 minus 2 is simply 3, and 5 root 2i plus root 2i is plus 6 root 2i, divided by 1 square is 1 minus root 2i square is minus 2. So that's it. So we got 3 plus 6 root 2i divided by 1 minus minus 2 is 1 plus 2, which is 3. So we have a 3 common to both the terms in the numerator. So we will take that 3 common, and it will become like 1 plus 2 root 2i divided by 3. 3 and 3 gets cancelled, and the resultant complex number is 1 plus 2 root 2i, which is of the form a plus ib, where a is 1 and b is 2 root 2. Moving on to the next question, we have I raised to minus 35 here. What will be I raised to minus 35? I raised to minus 35 can be written as 1 by I raised to 35. Now we want to find what is I raised to 35. So we know that 35 can be written as 2 into 17 plus 1, right? So we will write it like this: I raised to 2 into 17 plus 1, which can be splitted using the laws of exponents like this. That is I square the whole raised to 17 into I. Is it? I raised to 2 into 17 plus 1 can be first splitted as I raised to 2 into 17 into I raised to 1. And I raised to 2 into 17 can be again splitted as I square the whole raised to 17 into I. So that's what I have written here. Now I square is quite familiar to us. I square is minus 1. So minus 1 raised to 17 into I. So minus 1 raised to an odd number will be always minus 1, and minus 1 raised to an even number will be always plus 1. That's familiar to us. So 1 by minus I. So we have a complex number in the denominator. So we will multiply with the conjugate of this complex number in both numerator and denominator. What will be the conjugate of minus I? To find the conjugate, always change the sign of the imaginary part. So its conjugate will become, if this is Z, then Z conjugate is simply plus I. So plus I into plus I. So 1 into I is I, Again minus I into I is I square. So I by minus I square is minus 1. So it will become I by 1, which is equal to I is the resultant complex number, and which is of the form a plus ib, and here we have the real part 0, that is a is equal to 0, and the imaginary part 1, b is equal to 1. So that's the end of this question. We were given with two complex numbers, and we were asked to find the a plus ib form of both of these numbers, and we have found it easily. Now let's look into some properties of modulus of a complex number. Here we have some properties of modulus and conjugate of a complex number. Here modulus of z1 into z2 is simply mod z1 into mod z2. So that is modulus of 2 minus 3i into 3 plus 4i can be written as modulus of 2 minus 3i into modulus of 3 plus 4i. That's this first result. Now we have modulus of z1 by z2 is mod z1 divided by mod z2, and we have one more condition, z2 not equal to 0. So that's the result. Now we have conjugate of z1 into z2. It is simply conjugate of z1 into conjugate of z2, and conjugate of z1 plus or minus z2 is conjugate of z1 plus or minus conjugate of z2, and the final result is conjugate of z1 by z2 is simply conjugate of z1 divided by conjugate of z2. So these are 5 important results regarding the modulus and conjugate of a complex number. Now we are going to solve the first exercise from this chapter. The first 10 questions from exercise 5.1 is to represent the given complex numbers into a plus ib form. So we will discuss those questions, and the first question is 5i into minus 3 by 5i. That is, we have to multiply these two complex numbers. So we will multiply it like this: 5 into minus 3 by 5 into I, it is I square. So 5 and 5 gets cancelled, and it is minus 3 into I square. I square is minus 1. So minus 3 into minus 1 is 4, and this is in the form a plus ib with the real part 4 and imaginary part 0. Moving on to the second question, we have I raised to 9, and we know that I raised to 9 can be represented as I raised to 2 into 4 plus 1. I raised to 2 into 4. 2 into 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So it can be represented as I raised to 2 into 4 into I raised to 1. And I raised to 2 into 4 can be represented as I square raised to 4 into I. So I raised to 9 can be represented as I square raised to 4 into 1. Now what is I raised to 19? It can be represented as I raised to 2 into 9. 2 into 9 is 18 plus 1. So it can be represented as I square raised to 9 into I. So we will write plus I square raised to 9 into I. Moving on, we have I square is minus 1. Minus 1 raised to an even number is 1 into I plus I square is minus 1. I square raised to an odd number, that is 9, is minus 1. So minus 1 into I. So 1 into I is I. Minus 1 into I is minus I. So I minus I is 0. So the resultant answer is 0. And 0 is a complex number with both imaginary part and real part 0. Moving on to next question, we have I raised to minus 39 is equal to 1 by I raised to 39, and which can be written as 1 by I raised to 39 can be written as I square I raised to 2 into what is 38 by 2? We will always assume like this. We want to find I raised to 39. We will find the nearest Nearest even number less than 39, that is 32. What is 38 by, that is 38. 38 by 2. 38 by 2 is 119. So we will write it I raised to 2 into 19. 2 into 19 is 38 and we want one more 1. So I raised to 2 whole raised to 19 into I. So we will write it here I square the whole raised to 19 into I. What is I square? I square is minus 1. Minus 1 raised to an odd number is minus 1 again. So minus 1 into I, which is 1 by minus I. So if we have a complex number in the denominator, we will multiply the numerator and denominator with its conjugate. The conjugate of minus I is plus I. So a minus I into I into, and in numerator also we will multiply with I, that is I by minus I square. I square is minus 1, so minus of minus 1 is again 1, so we will get the result as I. So that's the end of these 3 questions. Now we will move forward to the next questions. We have 2 more questions to be put in A plus IB form, and the 4th question from this exercise is 3 into 7 plus 7i plus I into 7 plus 7i. So we will just open these brackets to simplify this. That is 3 7s are 21 plus 3 7s are 21i. Yes, 21i. Plus I into 7 is 7i. Again, I into 7i is 7i square. 7i square. What is I square? It is minus 1. So 7 into minus 1 is minus 7. So we will write minus 7 here. So we will first of all add all the real parts. That is 21 minus 7. 21 minus 7 is simply 14. And again 21i plus 7i is 28i. So this is the A plus IB form of this particular complex number. Now the next question is 1 minus I minus 1 plus 6i. So what will we do? 1 minus I will be written exactly like that, and minus is common to all the terms inside the second brackets. So minus into minus 1, it is plus 1. Again minus into minus 6 plus 6i, it is minus 6i. So now we will add the real parts and then we will add the imaginary parts. So real parts 1 plus 1, it is 2. Again minus I minus 6i, it is minus 7i. So the answer is 2 minus 7i. Now we will go to the next question. The next question is 1 by 5i plus I into 2 by 5 minus 4 plus I into 5 by 2. So we want to subtract these 2 complex numbers. So the simplifying part is like this: 1 by 5 plus 2i by 5. Okay. Minus is common to both these terms. So minus 4 minus into plus is again minus 5i by 2. Now next step is to add the real parts and add the imaginary parts. So it will become like this: 1 by 5 minus 4 plus 2i by 5 minus 5i by 2. Here we have denominator 1. So we want to add this. So it will become like this: 1 minus 4 into 5 by 5 plus, we want to make the denominator common in the imaginary part, so it will become 10. So that is 2 into 2i minus 5i into 5 whole divided by 10. So we will go for simplification. That is 1 minus 4 into 5. 4 into 5 is 20. 1 minus 20 is minus 19 by 5 plus 2 into 2i is 4i minus 5 into 5i is minus 25i divided by 10. So it will look like this: minus 19 by 5 plus 4i minus 25i is minus 21i divided by 10. So this is the required complex number. Moving to the next question, we have 1 by 3i plus I into 7 by 3 plus 4 plus I into 1 by 3, and from this sum this particular complex number is subtracted. So we will simplify this first. That is 1 by 3 plus 4, the real parts were added, and again now the complex part is 7i by 3 plus I by 3. So from this the other term is subtracted. So minus is common to both these terms. So minus into minus 4 by 3 is plus 4 by 3. Minus into I is minus I. Now we are going to add all the real parts together. That is 1 by 3 plus 4 plus 4 by 3. Again here plus 7i by 3 plus I by 3 is 8i by 3 and minus I. Now we want to make the denominator 3 for all the real terms. That is 1 plus 4 into 3 plus 4 whole divided by 3. Plus we want to make the denominator 3 here. So 8i minus 3i whole divided by 3. So that is 1 plus 4 into 3. 4 into 3 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. 13 plus 4 is 17. So 17 by 3 plus 8i minus 3i is 5i. So 5i by 3. So this is again of the form a plus ib. Now we will move to the next question. The next question is 1 minus I the whole raised to 4. We have to put it into the form a plus ib. And we know that 1 minus I the whole raised to 4 can be written as 1 minus I whole square the whole raised to 2. This is same as 1 minus I the whole raised to 4. And what is 1 minus I the whole raised to 2? It is of the form a minus b the whole square, that is a square, that is 1 square, minus 2 into a into b, that is 1 into I, plus b square, that is plus I square. So 1 minus I the whole square, that part is over. The whole raised to 2. Now 1 square is 1 minus 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into I is 2i. Plus I square. I square is minus 1. The whole square. So we will add up the real parts. That is 1 minus 1. It is 0. Minus 2i the whole square. That is minus 2i square. That is minus 2 into minus 2 into I into I. Minus 2 into minus 2 is plus 4. And again I into I is I square, which is minus 1. So the answer is minus 4. So it is of the form a plus ib with the real part minus 4 and imaginary part 0. Moving on to next question, we have 1 by 3 plus 3i the whole cube. We know that a plus b the whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. We know this result. And this question is given on the form a plus b the whole cube, where a is 1 by 3 and b is 3i. So let's substitute that a cube, that is 1 by 3 the whole cube, plus b cube, that is 3i the whole cube, plus 3a square b, that is 3 into 1 by 3 square into b, that is 3i. Now plus 3ab square, that is 3 into a is 1 by 3 into b square is 3i square. So now let's simplify this. 1 by 3 cube, that is 1 by 27. 3 cube is 27. Plus 3i cube. What is 3i cube? 3i into 3i into 3i. 3 into 3 into 3 is 27. I into I is I square. I square is minus 1. Minus 1 into I is minus I. That is minus 27i. So minus 27i plus 3 into 1 by 3 square. 3 into 1 by 3 square is 1 by 9. So it can be simplified as 1 by 3. Yes. Into 3i. So 3 and 3 gets cancelled. Now plus 3 into 1 by 3 is 1. Again we want 3i square. What is 3i square? 3i into 3i, which is 9i square, which is minus 9. So minus 9. Now we will add up the real parts together. That is 1 by 27 minus 9. Now the imaginary part contains minus 27i plus I. So it can be solved as 1 minus 27, 3 into 1 minus 27 into 9, by 27. Minus 27i plus I is minus 26i. So 1 minus 27 into 9. So 1 minus 27 into 9 is 243 by 27 minus 26i. 1 minus 243 is minus 242 divided by 27 minus 26i. So that's the end of this question. This is of the form a plus ib, with a is minus 242 by 27 and b minus 26. Now we shall move to the next question. Next question is minus 2 minus 1 by 3i the whole cube, and this can be written as, we can take minus common from this cube, so that is minus 1 cube is taken outside. Now we have minus is taken out, so it will become 2, and minus 1 by 3i will become plus 1 by 3i the whole cube. And we know that this particular term is of the form a plus b the whole cube, and we can split it using that identity. So what is minus 1 the whole cube? It is again minus 1 into, we have 2 plus 1 by 3i the whole cube, which is of the form a plus b whole cube, that is 2 cube plus 1 by 3i the whole cube plus 3 into a square b, that is 2 square into 1 by 3i plus 3 into ab square, that is 2 into 1 by 3i the whole square. So first of all we are going to solve this big bracket, that is minus 1 into, what is 2 cube? 2 cube is 8 plus 1 by 3i the whole cube, 1 by 3i into 1 by 3i into 1 by 3i. What is it? 1 by 27 into I cube. I square is minus 1, minus 1 into I is minus I, so it will become minus I by 27. So minus I by 27. Now plus 3 into 2 square into 1 by 3i. 3 and 3 gets cancelled. 2 square is 4. So it will become 4i plus 3 into 2 into 1 by 3 I square. What is 1 by 3 I square? 1 by 3 I into 1 by 3 I. 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 is 1 by 9. I square is minus 1. So it will become minus 1 by 9. So 3 into 2 into minus 1 by 9. 3 into 2 is, so 3 and 9 gets cancelled, and here it will become 3. So that's it. Now the next step is minus is taken inside, that is minus 8. So we don't want to take it inside now. Let it be outside itself. Now add the real parts, that is 8 plus, okay, 3 and 3 gets 9 gets cancelled, and it is here minus 2 by 3. So 8 minus 2 by 3 is the real part, and we have imaginary part as minus I by 27 plus 4i. Now before solving this we have minus 1 into, what is the real part? 8 minus 2 by 3. How will we find 8 minus 2 by 3? That is 8 into 3 minus 2 by 3. 8 3s are 24. 24 minus 2 is 22. 22 by 3. That is 22 by 3 is the real part. And going for the imaginary part, we have minus I plus 4i into 27 divided by 27. Now what is 27 into 4? 27 into 4. 7 4s are 28. 2 4s are 8. So it is 108. So it will become like this, minus I plus 108i by 27. So it will become minus 107i by 27. So the final answer is minus is taken inside, that is negative 22 by 3 plus 107 by 27i. This is the A plus IB form. So that's the end of this question. Now we shall move to the next question. Now these questions are to find the multiplicative inverse. We have to find the multiplicative inverse of the given complex numbers. First of all, 4 minus 3y. We know that its multiplicative inverse, Z inverse is 1 by 4 minus 3i. To find the multiplicative inverse, we have a complex number in the denominator. So we want to multiply both numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. So it will become like this. The conjugate of 4 minus 3i is 4 plus 3i. So 4 plus 3i is multiplied in numerator and 4 minus 3i into 4 plus 3i. It is multiplied in the denominator too. So it will become like this. 4 plus 3i divided by, this is of the form a plus b into a minus b, that is 4 square. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Therefore 4 square minus 3i square. So 4 plus 3i divided by 4 square is 16 minus, what is 3i square? 3i into 3i. 3 into 3 is 9 into I square is minus 1. So it is minus 9. So it is minus 9. So it will become like this. 4 plus 3i, minus and minus gets into positive. So 16 plus 9. 16 plus 9 is 25. So the multiplicative inverse is 4 by 25 plus 3 by 25 into I. This is the multiplicative inverse of 4 minus 3i. Now we shall move to the next question. Next question is root 5 plus 3i. Find the inverse, multiplicative inverse of this complex number. It is 1 by root 5 plus 3i. So in order to find the multiplicative inverse, we want to multiply the denominators conjugate in both numerator and denominator. What is the conjugate of root 5 plus the root 3i? Root 5 minus 3i. Now we want to multiply it in numerator too. Root 5 minus 3i. So it is root 5 minus 3i divided by a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. B square is 3i square. Now root 5 minus 3i divided by root 5 square is simply 5 minus 3i square is minus 9. So it is root 5 minus 3i divided by minus and minus become positive. So 5 plus 9. 5 plus 9 is 14. So it will become root 5 by 14 minus 3i by 14. So this is the inverse of this particular complex number. Now the 13th question is find the multiplicative inverse of minus I. So Z is equal to minus I. So Z inverse is 1 by minus I. To find the complex number of a plus ib form, we want to multiply with the conjugate in numerator and denominator. Conjugate of minus I is I. So we will multiply it with I. So it will become I by minus I square. I by minus I square. Minus I square is minus 1. So it will become I by 1, that is I. So we have found the multiplicative inverse of all the three questions asked. Now we shall move to next question. The last question from this exercise is to express this particular complex number into a plus ib form. So we have in numerator a number in the form a plus ib into a minus ib, and we know that it is a square minus b square. So that is 3 square minus I root 5 square. So that's the numerator. Now denominator we have a difference. So root 3 plus root 2i minus this complex number. So minus is common to both the terms, that is minus root 3, minus into minus become plus, plus I root 2. That's it. Now in numerator we have 3 square as 9 minus I root 5 square. What is I root 5 square? I root 5 into I root 5. Root 5 into root 5 is 5 and I into I is I square, that is minus 1. So it is minus 5. So minus 5 divided by, we will add the real terms first, that is root 3 minus root 3 gets cancelled, that is 0, and plus root 2i plus I root 2. Root 2i and I root 2 are equal. So root 2i plus root 2i is 2 root 2i plus 2 root 2i. So it can be simplified like this. 9 plus 5, it is 14 divided by 2 root 2i. 14 and 2 gets cancelled, it will become 7 by root 2i. We have an imaginary term in the denominator. So we will multiply with the conjugate on both numerator and denominator in order to make it in the form a plus ib. So root 2, the conjugate of root 2a is minus root 2i, and we have multiplied it in both numerator and denominator. So we will put it like this: 7 into minus root 2i, that is minus 7 root 2i, divided by root 2i into minus root 2i. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. We have a minus here, okay, and I into I is I square, which is again minus 1. So this minus and minus gets into positive, so it will become minus 7 root 2i divided by 2. So that's the complex number which is of the a plus ib form, where the real part is 0 and imaginary part is minus 7 root 2 by 2. So that's the end of exercise 5.1. We have solved out all the questions from exercise 5.1, and in today's class we have discussed the concept of modulus and conjugate of a complex number. In the next video we will continue with this chapter. Till then, wait for the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.